take a look at the rows. Mike Boat and Tracy Hines in row 1. In the second row, it's Todd Ellison going for his championship, and Troy Klein. In row 3 on the inside, there is Tony Hunt. You're riding along with him right now, and Brad Knopfsinger. In the fourth row, it's Jeff Gardner, a former champion of this division, and Bud Kading, the champion last year. In row 5, Bernie Lamar and Scott Hansen. In the sixth row, Bobby McMahon and John Rails. In the seventh row, it's Rick Hendricks and Shauna Hogue. In row 8, Dave Fitzgerald and Jim Waters. In the ninth row, Curtis Brown and Ivan Warden. In row 10 on the inside, our buddy Wally Pankratz, and outside, a two-time champion, Kevin Urton. In row 11, Kevin Kiersey and Ray Evans.
Hines on the front row. This could be a very interesting start.
Well, Boat gets the good jump with that blue 74 on the inside. Tracy in the tamale wagon, 27, 3 wide off the second corner.
Yeah, Ellison looked like he picked up a push there and lost a couple of spots as guys went around him on the inside and the outside.
Troy Klein up there in third position. Fourth now is Hunt. And that's
now
14. Look at this. On the inside is Tracy Hines, and Hines has the tamale wagon out in front.
Yeah, he didn't take him long to get that thing moving. Once he got beat into the first turn, he ran a nice line, and you can see he's running this car much higher than he ran the Silver Crown car. They don't carry nearly as much fuel in the back end, which makes the car not want to push nearly as bad as they did in the other car.
Would he also not have the advantage of knowing where the groove is on this track now, having just raced 100 laps?
And here comes Ellison. He's trying to move back up. He's back in fifth spot and trying to get by Hunt for fourth.
Well, of course, he is going for his first ever USAC Sprint Champion move on the high side now, but passing the 74 car on the low side. They are really scrambling for positions.
Certainly are. That's Scott Hansen.
Scott Hansen way up there.
Black car coming up through the pack as a lot of guys battling. Troy Klein right now kind of holding up the group.
Look at the marbles right there in that quick shot on the high side.
It's a 66 car.
Ooh, almost contact right there with the number 11 and number 20 right in front of your number 14 car. You're right along with
Tony Hunt.
Tony Hunt in number 14. Troy Klein right in front of him in the red and white number 11.
But Ellison's done a nice job. He's moved into fifth spot and gotten around most of this traffic, as Tony Hunt's still having trouble with Klein trying to get around on the outside.
Well, we talked earlier about Ellison only winning one time this season, but being very consistent throughout the rest of the season.
You can see Troy Klein from that inboard shot. He just has that thing turned hard left, trying to keep that thing from pushing. It's just pushing so bad, he can't keep the front end under it.
Ellison had 1 win and 7 top 10 finishes out of the 14 events this season. And right now, he's riding in 5th position. Look at the brakes on Troy Klein's number 11.
Yeah, Tony Hunt now has moved into 8th. That's 8th and 9th. And you can see getting into the corner, he's hard on the brakes. And that's not helping the front end push any. When you're on the brakes, trying to turn the car, it makes the front end want to push even worse. Now that he's underneath Tony Hunt, almost
got together. Klein back in 9th position. Hunt is 8th.
Got out of the throttle
lift
just
that
in time.
left front just a bit.
There's Mike Boat. They just went around. Tony Hunt just got around Mike Boat. So Boat, after starting up front, is falling back several positions.
And here comes Boat. Takes a look to the inside. Now 17 laps are complete. Tracy Hines still out in front with Bud Kading riding in second. Brad Knopfsinger in third. Oh! What happened as these two get together?
Well, you can see right there, for whatever reason, the black car, the 51 car, got very slow. Brown ran over him, and then here comes the 3 car of Lamar, and he ran into the 51 car and then back into the Brown. So very high coming off the corner. Looked like he pushed the front end. And Rails just running that bottom line, and looks like he's got that thing dialed in very, very well.
Rails began back in the 6th row in the 12th starting position, and now is up to 4th.
And right behind him, Scott Hansen in that black car. He also has moved up a long way as he started back just about the same spot, I think 1 row higher.
There's Rails in the 3rd position. Look at this battle up in front. Hines on the high side, Knopfsinger down low, and Knopfsinger may have him.
And And you can see Tracy Hines working very hard. He got the back end a little bit loose. He's running that thing for everything he's got. But right now, Knopfsinger, right on the bottom of the racetrack, seems to have his car dialed in real well.
You know, it's pretty rare that a race team would leave the same color scheme on a race car for not just several years, but several decades. The Tamale Wagon has been that color scheme for as long as I can recall.
But look at Tracy Hines, right back to the bottom. He gets the inside groove now. He says, well, the low groove's the way to go, then that's where I'm going to go. And it looks like he's going to maybe take the lead back.
Look at that side by side for a full lap.
And now then, here comes Knopfsinger back to the inside. I don't know whether he's going to get up far enough. Yep, Tracy's going to give him room.
Not much.
Not much, but enough. It looks like, oh, Tracy got a little bit loose. I don't know who led that lap, but boy, it's close.
Well, Rails has a great shot, a great vantage point of watching this battle up in front. Side by side, another lap will click off, and they're still side by side. 25 laps are in, 15 laps to go, almost a dead heat that time across the start-finish line.
And it looks like Tracy's kind of found a groove up there that works real well for him, because Knopfsinger went to the bottom that time and didn't gain anything. The last 2 or 3 times at the bottom, he's gained a little bit. That time he couldn't do it.
26 laps now complete, 14 laps to go. Knopfsinger stays low around the corner.
And the danger running the low groove is you could wear your tires out a little faster.
Burn off that right front.
Well, really the right rear on the bottom, because you want to, if you get looser, the lower you run on the racetrack. The higher you run on the racetrack, the more the car is going to push.
Well, there's Hansen in the 4th position. Scott Hansen is in 4th. 5th is Bud Kading, who has dropped back. Todd Ellison now is in 6th.
Of course, we see Scott Hansen run a lot. I think he used to work at Universal Studios. Not sure whether he still does or not. Look at this.
80 now for Knopfsinger, back around to the inside. And will he lead lap number 30? 10 laps to go. Yes, he does.
And Hines is getting looser and looser on that top groove. So you might see him start moving down the racetrack. Well, if he's loose on the top groove, though, he's going to be looser on the bottom. So I'm not sure what he's
off
going to
that
do.
right
Yeah,
rear.
Exactly.
Down there.
Well, he may have finally cooked that tire. There the tire he got her hot that time, smoked it. So that could be the end for Tracy Hines.
Knopfsinger may pick up the victory. Oh, yeah, look, he was smoking that right rear.
Yeah, but he's got
it's blistered already.
Yeah, he's blistered the right rear now. So he ran that car for everything it was worth. But now then he's just got that right rear so hot.
Can he hang on for second? No, he's going to lose second to Rails.
Rails is going to take second. I believe Scott Hansen's going to get by him too.
Oh, what a great show he put on, though.
He certainly did. Scott Hansen and Rails, both of those guys, West Coast guys, doing a terrific job coming from deep in the field and running second and third right now.
So Knopfsinger comes around and completes lap 36, 4 laps to go.
Well, Brad Knopfsinger's got to be a very happy guy. He got that race car dialed in very, very well. He ran it right. He didn't get overly excited when he was running side by side. He didn't burn up the tire. And I think that's one thing that he did. He caused Tracy to push a little harder than Tracy really wanted to. And when he did, he just blistered that right rear tire.
Well, 3 laps to go. You see that in the lower screen.
Tracy's already fallen back to 6th spot, so he's losing spots very quickly with that blistered right rear.
Todd Ellison now in 5th, so he'll come home to a top 5 finish and a championship. With 2 laps to go, we'll look for the white flag the next time by. We see some sparks on the racetrack from one of the cars out in front of the leader.
Well, Brad Knopfsinger has done a great job managing his tires, and you know, he's done a good job.
Last lap, white flag was displayed the last time by, and Knopfsinger is going to pick up the win here at Irwindale. I tell you, I have not seen that many laps side by side for the lead in a sprint car in a long time.
Now, not on a pavement. It's very difficult to see that happen very often. John Rails does a great job coming home in second. Scott Hansen in third. Bud Kading in fourth, and Ellison rounds out the top 5. That car that he's driving is called a Hassel chassis. Now, I've never heard of that, but believe me, whatever it is.
Well, it was a hassle for Hines to contend with him.
And there's our champion.
There's your champion. Todd with 1 victory, but some very consistent finishes. 7 top 10, now make that 8 top 10 in 15 races, and he takes the championship.
Well, he's done a nice job all year long, obviously. And, you know, there's Brad Knopfsinger. And, gosh, he's not jumping up and down yet. Maybe he will when he gets out of the car.
Well, still a nice bit.